And welcome to my channel. This is Sir Ed TV, where education, music, lifestyle, and more are in the house. Today, we're going to study the different sound of D if used or added to the past form of a regular verb. Did you know that D will sound as ed or ed? D will sound as T or T. And D will sound as id or id if added to the past form of a regular verb. Let's have an example. Let's take a look on this word, invite. Invite is an action word in the present form of the verb. To make it past form, we just simply add letter D. So invite will become invited. Invite, invited. You see what happened to the letter D? The sound of D now will become ed. Invite, invited. See the difference? Okay, next, let's have another example. Surprise. Surprise is an action word in the present form of the verb. To make it past tense, we just simply add letter D. So from surprise, it will become surprised. No. Surprise, surprised. That is wrong. Surprise, it will become surprised. You see, the sound of D now is letter T or T. Once again, listen. Surprise, it will become surprised. Okay, next, another example. The word hire. Hire is an action word in the present form. To make it past form, we just add D. So, from hire, it will become hired. Again, hire will become hired. What happened to the sound of D? The sound of D now sound as id or id. Hire, hired, or id. Okay? I hope you understand. Okay, let's go deeper. Let's have another example or more examples on the following sound of D. I have here a list of verbs that sound as ed. If you have pencil or ball pen, you can take it down and study by yourself after this lesson. Okay. Number 1, visited. Number 2, invited. Number 3, printed. Number 4, greeted. And number 5, excited. I want you to notice the similar letters of the given examples. Yes, all of the letters, except from letter D and letter E, all of the letters end with letter T. Have you noticed? Okay, let's read once again. Visited, invited, printed, greeted, excited. What happened to the sound of D? The sound of D is ed or ed. Okay, another example. Number 6, shouted. 7, started. 8, recited. 9, wanted. 10, edited. Okay. Did you notice again the similar letters? Aside from D and E? Yes, all of the letters end with letter T. Okay, next. Another example. Number 11, needed. Next, avoided. Next, loaded. Next, divided. And 15 is scolded. Now, I want you to notice the similar letters aside from E and D. Yes, you're right. All letters are end with letter D. Look at number 11, need. 12, avoid. 13, load. 14, divide. 15 is cold. Okay. Next, another example. Number 16, infected. 17, decorated. 18, suggested. 19, invented. And 20, separated. Okay, have you noticed now the sound of D? If it is added in the past form of a regular verb, the D will become ed or ed if added to the past form of a regular verb. Okay, let's proceed to the next sound of D. This time, D will become T or T. Okay, example number 1. Amused. Look at our example number 1. It is not right to read as amused. It's wrong. It should be amused. What happened to the letter D? The letter D now sound as T or T. Next, number 2, accused. Number 3, proposed. Number 4, produced. And number 5, confused. Have you noticed now the sound of D? The sound of D now will become T or T. Okay, let's have another example for further analysis. Number 6, surprised. Number 7, pleased. Number 8, raised. Number 9, grouped. Number 10, memorized. Next, number 11, used. 12, kissed. 13, asked. 14, walked. And 15, talked. Okay, for the last set of example, D that sound as T or T. Number 16, fixed. 17, helped. 18, looked. 19, danced. And number 20, hoped. I hope you understand now the sound of D if it is added to the past form of a regular verb. We have two sounds already. D sound as ED and D sound as T. Now we'll go to the last sound of D if added to the past form of a regular verb. This time, D will sound as ID or I'd. Okay, let's have an example. Number 1, showed. Look at example number 1, showed. It is not right to read showed or showed. No, it should be showed. Number 2, lined. Number 3, sailed. Number 4, entered. Number 5, learned. Have you noticed the difference? Have you noticed the sound of D? Okay, let's continue. Number 6, called. 7, copied. 8, fired. 9. Wired. 10. Fried. Next, number 11. Cried. 12. Ruled. 13. Offered. 14. Prayed. And 15. Pulled. Next, for the last set of example. 16. Happened. 17. Reviewed. 18. Labeled. 19. Followed. And number 20. Discovered. Okay, I hope that this is clear for you. D will sound as ed or ed. D will sound as t or t. And D will sound as id or id if added to the past form of a regular verb. I prepared 5 sentences for you to read, and let me know if you can recite or pronounce the sound of D used in the past form of a regular verb. You can read now sentence number 1. Rika's creative artwork amazed us. Okay, next. Number 2, you can read it now. Now, let's read together. Mother offered him fresh fruits. Next, sentence number 3. You can read it now. And let's read together. The principal accepted our apology. Number 4. Jessie accidentally dropped. Look at the sound. Dropped. Okay. Jessie accidentally dropped a bowl of soup recently. And for last, sentence number 5. You can read it now. Okay, and let's read together. One day, a shabby old man pleaded for food. Okay, and I hope that this little knowledge helps you a lot, especially if you usually engage in a public speaking or if you work in a call center company where proper diction and correct pronunciation is strictly observed. Once again, this is Sir Ed. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye!